Well, looks like winter hasn't let up yet. About 8 inches of snow or more. Maybe more like a foot. Good thing to have in the middle of calving. Well, we're just heading over to the yard, 8 o'clock in the morning. April 3rd. And we still got snow everywhere. And now another, well, supposedly it was only 4 to 6 inches yesterday. It looks like more like a 8 to a foot, 8 inches to a foot. So we'll just meander our way in 4-wheel drive and we'll see you in a bit. Okay, we're in the yard here right now at the calving pen, of course. Everything seems to be quiet at the moment. What we did last night after we had a storm there yesterday, dumped, like I said, about a foot of snow. Probably is about a foot. So when it let up a bit last night, we decided, since we didn't do any feeding, figured we better get some hay into these cattle and to keep them settled, and have a little bit of, put some bedding out in this pen last night, just in case something calved outside, and there was 2 that calved last night. Dad got them in the barn, I guess. There's our camera, by the way, that we have to pan the pen. And our pairs over there, I'll take you there in a minute to see how they're doing. Basically did the same thing. Everything seems to be peachy keen here. I'll just leave them alone. Nice and dry. Did some bedding there yesterday. And yeah, all we can do is just kind of get a little feed into them. If it acts as a bit of bedding too, all the better. Let's just go over here. I'm gonna have to clean out some doorways here too. See what's going on in here. Did a bunch of bedding in the shed in here yesterday because it was awful dirty. But now it's nice and clean. Everybody's comfy. Okay, just leave them alone for a bit. And we'll just go over here real quick. Looks like they still got hay. They spread 2 bales there last night. The bale feeder's empty. This gate. So yeah, got the shelters out there. I don't know if I can zoom in here a bit. Got the shelters they can hide. And then yeah, there's still hay here, so they'll be settled here for a bit yet. Calves, like I said, last night we got some hay into them just to get them up and running around, get some exercise, give them a suck before they go to bed, kind of thing. Always like to do that, especially during storms, especially with cow-calf pairs. Get them up, get them moving around, especially if they're crowding up toward the shelters. And so anyways, we'll I guess all I can do right now is, okay, those are okay. Those other ones that are young cows are at the shed at that barn over there. They'll be fine. They got a bale feeder, so they don't have to worry too much. And looks like I can relax a little bit and take net wrap off the processor and plug the tractor in. I think we'll just feed hay again today here in what we call the pre-calving pen with silage, or the on-deck pen. We'll go check across the road. And oh yeah, that's right, another thing. And what we ended up doing last night, as we were shredding bales here, it was getting pretty dark here when we were shredding bales. Shredded 2 bales here to keep the cattle settled. Like I said, kept them fed. The ones that were out in the bush out here, the pre-calving pen. I guess I'm not really in the right spot to show you, but anyways, that's the pre-calving pen out there. I think you could look back on another video. They were all sitting right here. So I decided, you know what? There's only 60 left out there, and there was 40 here. We've had 100 cows in here before. Let's just bring them all in, and that way we don't have any. We had one surprise out here a couple of days ago, and everything was fine. But, yeah. It's makes you, keeping you hopping out here anyways. It's a good thing it kind of backed off here. Usually we're into the 5 to 8 a day every day, with excursions to 10, 12, up to 15 in 24 hours. And we did have 15 and 24 hours about early last week. And it was cold, and that was in that cold weather. Still wanting to go down to minus 20, and it's been just, yeah, it's been a cold spring, and it doesn't look like the forecast is going to be any different. So, oh well, we're set up for it, and you just got to be, in the words of old Ralph Whitfield, he was a purebred Simmental breeder at Service. Some of you might know him, some of you obviously wouldn't know him. He did an interview one time in a paper, and they asked him, what's the key to a successful calving season? He said 2 words: be there. And you know what? That's basically what you got to do if you want to have a successful calving season. Yeah, you're going to have hits. We've had our hits already. We're down 1 calf. We got about 90 on the ground. Well, actually a few more. And 2 sets of twins. There was 1 set, I think I told you earlier, that were aborted back at the beginning of March. But we've had 2 more sets of twins since then. But we lost 3 calves. So far we're down 1, which isn't bad. Not great, but it's not bad. Could be worse. So it looks like things are quiet here. I can go. Okay, we're at the old barns here, where these young pairs are. Where they have these 2 pens here. We got hay. There's just that 1 calf outside. The rest of them are inside here. Oh, there's 1 right here. Why don't you get up? Come on, get up. Get up. There we go. Everybody looks pretty comfy here. Shut some lights off. What we also do during storms, just to get some pairs out of the barn, we use this little shed here. And these calves were just, hang on. Okay, we've got a handful of pairs here. Okay, another thing we do at the calving, when we kick out some pairs, generally when we kick out pairs, if it's nice weather, we older mature cows that calve, they go out in that 1 pen there that I showed you there, and then first calf heifers, second calvers, cows with twins, other things, they go into these pens. They get separated. But with the storm coming like it was yesterday, I wanted to get some pairs out and clean out the barn a bit. So what I do is we This has got room for about a half a dozen pairs or so. So that's what these were just recently born. Rather than kick them out and not get into the shelter too quick. Figured this way everybody's got some room in the barns in case of a bunch of calves being born, and then we still got protection for these guys. So and they'll get sorted out and when the weather gets nicer. Well, today we're back to old school at the old 886 and the other old shredder. When we kept around, when we bought the other one, we kept this one around for a spare. What's happened, the 4450 that's usually on the, was on the snow blower, and then we put it on the feed wagon for calving season. We power steering line leaking on it underneath the dash. Then there was some a remote on the back end that needed to be tended to also, so I sent it away to get fixed. So now I got the The one that's on usually the bale processor, the other loader tractor, the 44, it's on the feed wagon. So I figured I may as well put the 886 on this thing and just use it for now. Kind of like the other one better because we got the loader. You can bring 3 bales at a time. A little nicer to handle, but anyways, I guess we use the 886 all over again. Crap. Oh well. I guess we're going to let this thing warm up. It was plugged in for about 2 hours. Started up pretty good. I'll say that for those tractors. It is the best starting tractor on the farm. It's just the most clumsiest also. Anyways, see you in a bit. found in a feeder just as I was going to set up the camera to shred a bale. You gotta watch for this once in a while. Every time you put bales in, always got to be watching. So I guess we'll put the camera right here and we'll get them out. Hey, what are you doing in there? There we go. Okay, come on. Get a dry spot anyways, come on. Found a dry spot. Come on. Come on, little one. No, don't go out there. Go out here. Here, I'll put you down here for a minute. I know I got you a little dizzy, but oh well. Can't help it when you're filming in real time. Okay. This is like live TV. Come on. Here we go. And up. Ooh, as long as you don't kick me in the face, we're good. Another calf rescued. Well, it's about the end of the afternoon, and I think I got things kind of squared away. Shredded some bale, a little bit of hay for those 4 cows over there. These few pairs here, I was going to sort them and kick them out, but I think I'll just leave them in there for tonight. They got a little hay here. And these young pairs, they've got bedding. And everybody seems to be comfortable. Took all afternoon. And I'll take you over to Dad. Well, it's kind of handy not having too many calves this afternoon. Dad was able to jump on the 44 with that little wagon and bring a few bales home. That way I don't have to run around so much, because that was eating up some time, especially going a half a mile for 2 bales at a time. Kind of kicked myself. I should have maybe put this tractor on the shredder, switched tractors, and kind of thought of it after the fact, but oh well. You never think of everything at once. Well, it's after supper. I just finished putting the calves back with their mothers in the lean-to there and letting some calves out of the side of the barn there. And right down the corner over there, not the cow with her tail up, but further back, there is a cow with some legs sticking out. So, oh yeah, way over there. So keep an eye on her. Didn't have anything calving all day, which was kind of nice. That way we were able to get things done without having to do a rescue mission and whatnot. Even got a nice sunset. The calm before the next storm. I just seen the forecast here tonight, and blizzard conditions for Wednesday. And another Colorado low coming in. Pardon me. But it's supposed to hit the eastern side of Manitoba, say Brandon East. But we're still supposed to get blizzard conditions here, the wind. So that's going to be fun. I guess we won't get too excited about putting too many pairs out further west. We'll get our other pairs here that we haven't done today, and those ones at the barn, we'll get them kicked out. So I think we're just going to end it at that. Hopefully, unless if this cow decides to give us some more footage. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's uneventful. So we'll end it there. So hope you enjoyed it. Comment, was going to be an easy evening. There we go. An hour after I said my last piece, we have to say it twice. You never know what's going to happen.